Yeah, I mean, my interest in Yiddish is somewhat selective. I am interested in it generally as a language, but I'm also not like I don't want to fetishize the whole language. Like, there's a lot about the culture that I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to say like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. Like I'm interested, but there's a lot of the culture that I'm only sort of marginally interested in. Only as much as I'd be interested in that aspect of any culture. Like I'm not so into the really religious stuff. And I know, like, you can't know Yiddishkeit without having the knowledge about the religion because you can't separate it. Even the most secular, radical atheists, Yiddishists, and Jews, they came from that world, so they knew perfectly what they were rebelling against. And that religious background isn't there. I do have another Jewish background that I guess I'm kind of rebelling against, but not directly. I'm just really interested in this other thing. I was into political folk songs and sort of the darker side of modern poetry and songwriting, balladry. I was into that stuff before in English. And so when I discovered this whole beautiful world of it in Yiddish, it was like this unseen world. It was like discovering, like a secret attic of all of this stuff. And I had the feeling, I think a lot of people did too. I come from Detroit, so people are in love, like raves, and the idea of what you can do with an empty factory or an empty warehouse or an abandoned house, like what squatters can accomplish, the kinds of, radical new ways of living in an abandoned house. And I felt like, wow, like Yiddish is like that. Of course, it's not an entirely abandoned house, but there are rooms in that house that are underused, and I love those rooms. I like living in them.